Hey, Stephen Moyer helps make True Blood one of the scariest and sexiest shows on TV as a vampire who's bearing his soul. Take a look.
I refuse to apologize for what you have awakened in me. You are my miracle, Suki. For the first time in 140 years, I felt something I thought had been lost to me forever. I love you. And for that, I shall never feel sorry.
You don't go. I love you.
Yeah. Please welcome Stephen Moyer.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. Hello, love. Very nice to meet you.
So here's my question. This is the second season of True Blood.
It's a bit soft, but it's
No,
it's not.
soft look, hard butt. That's all we do. Begins Sunday night. Now you play a 173-year-old vampire who's in love with a mind-reading waitress named Suki Stackhouse. This is based on books, by the way, by Charlene Harris. But vampires are quite popular these days. Is it you, or is it just...
I mean, I think something becomes zeitgeist when two people do it at the same time.
Right.
You know, and as you said, these books have been going for, I think, like 8 years.
Yeah.
And bestsellers.
And bestsellers before it was ever filmed. And then the Twilight thing came along, and at a very similar time. And two people decided to shoot it at the same time. I don't think it ever went away, did it?
No, it didn't. Not for me.
It's just that suddenly it's there again, and it's in the, you know, and when Twilight comes out, we get a bump, and when we show, Twilight gets a bump, and so everybody inevitably compares us.
What do you think about the, I mean, there's a lot of Emmy buzz about your role here, so do you think
so
about
weird
that?
To me. I'm so chuffed. Big English expression there, chuffed.
What does it mean?
You're
Chuffed is really happy.
Really happy.
And choked is really sad.
I see.
And so my dad is like, I'm really chuffed for you, mate.
I see.
Chuffed, but I'm a bit choked too.
Where does Daddy live?
Dad lives in England.
Sure, but that I could tell. Do you get fan mail that people thinking you're a vampire, or does anybody stop you and say, you know, bite my neck, baby, or anything?
I mean, it does, yeah. I mean, I just got one of those from
He just
Barbara.
did it for me. This is why you're fully clothed.
It's lovely to see you with some clothes on, by the way, since our last meeting.
204 years, well, 173 years ago when I got undressed for you. I didn't expect you to remember. All right.
What was it you said?
Do people think you're a vampire? Do you get people writing you?
Yeah, I mean, you do a little bit. It's a very funny thing happened. I was walking my dog at the dog park on Sunday, and this girl came up to me and said, please, honey, will you do me a favor? My dog's called Suki.
Oh.
Will you call her for me? And I said, really? Is it named after the show? She said, yeah. And so it's like, Suki. And overcomes this sort of blonde Labrador. But that's not the first time that's happened. I've heard of 2 or 3, like, the dogs, you know, so it's... People want you to be who you are.
Yes.
Well, you know, True Blood, when I watch it, it's got a lot of sex, it's got a lot of violence, and then you and your co-star, Anna Paquin, you guys have some really steamy scenes in the buff. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh, it was like my sister and brother, but does that get a little bit awkward with you and Anna?
It can do, yeah. It can get a little bit hot under the collar sometimes. I've got an old standby that I use, which is... that I try to think of to stop that from happening, which is Margaret Thatcher naked playing ping pong. And I have had that for like 20 years. And Margaret Thatcher naked playing ping pong, and it's, whoa, everything's fine again.
Really? That's an acting technique.
It's an acting technique. I learned that at drama school, yeah.
But you're acting with Anna on camera, but you are, I guess, an item off camera.
We are.
So how do you separate... off-camera, by the way, I remember her as a wonderful child actress, too. How do you separate the on-camera and the off-camera?
That's probably her calling now.
Yes.
Don't answer the question.
Right, but she's not there, so tell us quickly.
Well, you know, it can be. The audience the crew have grown up with us as a couple. They've seen everything that we have done together. So it's been, you know, it doesn't feel that weird. We're being pushed on.
We're gonna see. Okay, True Blood airs Sunday night on HBO. Check your local listings. Everybody in the audience is taking this home. Season 1. We'll be right back.